moment. So I think that the need for rights needs to be taken up in workplaces, through unions and through the labour movement, because it is the labour movement historically that has been able to get all the rights that we have today. Thanks.
One, two, three, four.
Hi! Yeah, sure. Who do you work for? Okay, I'm Isabella. I'm from Essex. This is my first time being in one of these.
So you can be, step forward a bit, step forward a bit, step forward a bit. So just looking there. So good afternoon, what's your name?
Hi, my name's Anita Downs.
So Anita, tell me more about the event which is taking place down here in Westminster, and later on we'll be going down towards, I believe, Downing Street and then Hyde Park Corner. So what's this event today?
I think there's a number of things it's about. I've come here today with Sarah Jane Baker, who's trying to highlight issues around the conditions for transgender prisoners in the UK prison system at the moment, which is horrendous. And the protest that a lot of people here for as well is about reclaiming pride. So the main point that people are trying to make there is that pride has been taken over by corporate interests, whereas pride is actually started out as a protest, and it still does need to be a protest. My opinion is that, you know, we need to still be struggling for rights and for liberty for the whole LGBT community. I think that the working class, the trade unions, the labour movement are a key part of that, as they always have been in fighting for our rights. So yeah, I think that's why we're here today. There's still a long way to go, especially I think with trans rights, and the need for protests is never been greater. So my name's Anita, I'm with Workers' Liberty. You can find us on the web, www.workersliberty.org. Thanks a lot.
If you can tell me, what kind of discrimination and issues do you suffer on a regular basis?
So for myself, things have got a lot better. So in terms of my sexuality, I'm a lesbian, and things have got a lot better sort of in the last couple of decades. But there are still issues, especially around sort of lesbian families, children. The way everyone assumes that, you know, children will have a mum and a dad and be part of a nuclear family. So that there's issues like that. But my partner is trans, and she suffers a huge amount of prejudice on a daily basis. You know, she's been publicly harassed, assaulted a number of times over the last year. So it's really, I think, for trans people, the LGBT community needs to be showing solidarity with the labour movement for trans rights at the moment.
Final question, and what more can the trade union movement be doing to help and support and to bring those policies forward?
Yeah. I think on paper lots of trade unions have got quite progressive policy, but that's not always implemented in the workplace. So like one example that Sarah had was actually a member of staff, an actual bus driver who wouldn't accept her photo ID because they said that she wasn't a woman. And you know, that might be from a pure position of not understanding the issues. But the buses and the rail is well unionised. I work in the NHS. I think there's also sometimes issues within the NHS. These are areas that are well unionised, and unions actually need to be making sure that the workplace is safe for LGBT people who work there, but also when you're providing a service, that people are not discriminating against people using that service as well. So I think actually the trade unions are quite key for trans people. There's huge issues about public transport, use of healthcare, in lots of different areas of society that unions could actually do more to make sure that they're safe places.
Thank you very much, and I've no doubt I'll catch up with you later on today, but thank you very much. So that's a young lady down here in front of a statue of a great man, Mr. Gandhi, and as you can see, he's carrying a sign which says, "Be trans, do crime." And for all of you who are watching, my name is Wendell Daniel, and this is StreetMic, and we're coming to you live and direct from the streets of London in front of Westminster, where a protest is just about to take place, and I hope to be live streaming this for many hours. I've come prepared for at least 6 to 8 hours, so it's going to begin properly in a few moments. So let's see what is going on. So I'm now going to be moving over to where Peter Tatchell is making a speech. So let's move over and listen to what Peter Tatchell has to say. So there's Peter Tatchell, who's been campaigning for many years, and I hope to be catching a interview with him in a few moments.
In the UK. Do you think you should say something about trans business? I think that might help.
Hashtag LiveStream Pride. I get 2,000 emails a day. Stop criminalising fabulous. Stay safe. Wear a mask. Email me. And get vaccinated. One last time. So I know it's you. Wear sunscreen.
I don't want people to say, but I'm going to get placards.
You're causing trouble again, sir.
But you'll love it.
I'm sick of dealing with people.
Where's he gone?
I'm going to forget to come back.
So I'm currently waiting for Peter Tatchell to return. He's just going to get some placards. Then StreetMic is going to do his regular thing and asks Mr. Tatchell for a quick interview. as we take a look around the scene here, we can see just how many people are... Are you stalking me? How come you're not down the other end? Huh? Oh, you're after me. Oi, you're off the StreetMic, mate. Listen, man. I've been here before you. StreetMic comes before you, mate. All right, then. On second, hopefully.
What do you want me to do? Can I just put you there with the crowd behind you? Okay. You want without the full mask on? What do you think?
Sorry.
Sorry. Peter, can I just ask you a couple of questions, sir? Nice and easy. I'm an independent.
Brilliant.
Excellent stuff.
That's what I like.
Peter, good afternoon. My name is Wendell Daniel from StreetMic. I have one easy question for you. You have been campaigning for centuries. What keeps you going?
Well, it's only 54 years, but I love other people. I love freedom, justice and equality. I don't like to see people suffering.
And what effect does it have on you when you see people suffering or being discriminated against on a regular basis?
I feel it should stop. And I want to do my part with others to help make it stop.
Excellent. Thank you very much, sir. See, that was nice and easy.
Yeah, my name's Jim Bobby. I'm from a reputable independent YouTube channel. And basically, can you please define, because I've got the autistic spectrum disorder, and I'm trying to understand what sexual apartheid is. Could you explain that for me?
Sexual apartheid
Please.
is the system whereby there are different laws for LGBT plus people and straight and cisgender people. So in many parts of the world, for example, in 70 countries, same-sex relations are criminalized. They're against the law. People have no protection against discrimination or hate crime. So that's what sexual apartheid is, a differential system of law between LGBT plus and straight and cisgender.
And just a quick follow-up question. Do you fight for equality for the rights of people that suffer with genentophilia?
What's that?
That's the one where you feel compelled to have sexual relations, or you're sexually attracted to elderly people.
No, we don't.
You don't support that?
No.
Oh, that's music to my ears. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Tatchell. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
So for all of you watching, my name is Wendell Daniel and welcome to StreetMic. And we're coming to you live and direct from outside of Parliament here in Westminster, and in front of the camera we can see Peter Tatchell, who has been campaigning for equal rights for many years, and StreetMic has just had a quick interview with him, and I will be live streaming throughout the streets of London with this protest for the rest of the day, and during that time it is expected that we will meet many people, and we will interview a tremendous amount of people who are LGBT. But this protest is Reclaim Pride, and we're coming to you live and direct from the streets of London. And don't forget, if you like StreetMic, give me a thumbs up, make your comment down below, share and follow. So if you like StreetMic, give me the thumbs up, make your comments down below, share and follow, because this is what we do best. We go into the streets of London, we meet interesting people, and we have an engaging conversation with them about any topic. And today it is going to be a very busy day, because just down the road I had the choice to actually engage with another protest that's taking place today with David Icke and his son. That's taking place currently down in Trafalgar Square, but I decided not to follow up on that because I've been covering those issues for many weeks. So I wanted to do something different today, and this is going to be a marathon session for StreetMic.
Stop stalking me, you. You can be down thing tomorrow? The regular location. Did you film that guy last week at Raw? You remember when I was filming?
Oh yeah, I did get a bit of him.
The whole thing.
He's up there every week.
I've never seen him. Oh, is that the gig? Listen. He's got the right to say it. When did you meet the last? Listen, man, there's certain things that's why I'm not up there. I get in trouble with kids.
It's not quite the same. I'm saying it's not quite the same.
They get you in trouble.
Playing on the channel, saying delete the app, end the madness.
It really irritates and it really irritates me during the football when towards the end they had to start saying it's the first time that the men's team has
That's what I like this, you know, I've got a lot of stuff with him. I'm avoiding him.
What's that thing they were doing?
Am I? No. StreetMic, Busco.
Let me get a photograph. Excuse me. Can I just get in the... Yes. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, cool. Yeah. All right, sir. I'm half of the PLT team. Right.
I hope you're going to let me interview you, sir.
No, I'm not the interview.
You're not in an interviewing mode today.
No.
All right, that's no problem. Any of your colleagues want to be interviewed? No, but I want to do one with you guys. Myself. Yeah. Don't be scared of StreetMic. Everyone knows me. I don't know. It depends on what you say.
Tell me about today and why it's important to be here. I don't know them. So, good afternoon. What's your name?
Julia.
So, Julia, we're currently in front of Westminster. Tell me why it was important for you to be here today.
Well, Westminster is where Boris Johnson does his work, and we just think that he's stalled over the last couple of years on LGBT rights. We, as the UK, we're not progressing with the Gender Recognition Act, so today we're here to demand that happens. We're here to ask that LGBT people are not deported. We're here to ask for equality around the world. We're in a really important place in the seat of the world, and it's up to us to try and help fight for countries where people might still face the death penalty for being LGBT. So there's so much to fight about. Pride just isn't a celebration. It's not just a march. It's not a parade that happens. This is really where Pride happens. This is on the ground.
How useful has been the Equality Act, which came into effect in 2010, in outrooting discrimination from within the community?
Well, I think it was a move forward. It was definitely a step. But you can kind of see with what happened last year with BLM and the government's report this year that, you know, institutional racism doesn't exist, that actually is a long way to go. And in terms of trans rights and Gender Recognition Act and like non-binary people, there is big steps that still need to be taken to bring them up to date with where we're at now. It needs to be relooked at again, in my opinion.
Thanks a lot. That was nice and easy, wasn't it?
Yes, it was lovely.
Thanks a lot. You want to have a go? Yeah? All right then. Thanks a lot anyway, yeah? Cheers. Sorry. How would you like a StreetMic interview?
Awesome.
See, I'm independent.
Yeah.
I'm rubbish at what I do. You can tell, can't you?
Oh, I don't see that.
Don't believe that. So if you look into the camera. So let me pull back a bit. So that's beautiful. So good afternoon. What's your name?
I'm Emerson. Hi.
So just be yourself, yeah. So tell me more about this lovely outfit you're wearing.
Oh, well, you know, just looking fabulous, really. You know, I took a lot of time to do this to represent, you know.
So tell me about the event that's going on down here today and why it was important for you to be here.
Well, as somebody who is queer and has received a lot of, you know, bashing and, you know, prosecution for it, I just believe it's really important to march what you believe in, and this is, you know, to reclaim pride because it's really lost its meaning, and solidarity is so important in times when rights aren't accessible to all people who should have them. Yeah.
And what kind of discrimination and problems have you suffered on a daily, weekly basis as you go about your normal business?
Well, I get yelled at, shouted at across the street. Like, people come towards me and, you know, threaten me. Like, I've never been physically assaulted, but I get quite afraid sometimes, you know. Yeah. When I'm just trying to be myself. Yeah.
All right then, thanks a lot. Can I just take a lovely photograph? Thank you. Thanks a lot. I want to catch this bit as well. Now try and look in the camera as you do that as well. Turn your face. Lovely. Now let me... Thanks a lot, yeah? Thanks. No problem, I love it, going on the streets and meet all different people. But there's another big protest up the road there. You know the one, isn't it? Well, I got bored with that, man. No, of course not. This is more colourful. I want some more interviews. How would you like to be interviewed?
Oh no, she's got her interview.
You've been nominated. You've been nominated. See, I'm not scared to interview people. So, what's your name?
Izzy.
So, Izzy, step forward. Just be yourself. Don't lean forward or anything. So, Izzy, what's up, man? How are you liking down here today?
I'm feeling absolutely excellent. I love attending events like this.
Yeah. So, tell me more about what you hope to achieve from this Reclaim Pride event here today.
Honestly, I hope to create advocacy for people who are LGBTQ. This is also a Black Lives Matter event. It's about reclaiming who we are.
And what kind of issues do you suffer on a regular basis as you go about your daily business?
Well, apart from just person to person, like inequality, you know, I've heard things like, I haven't met the right man yet, I'm gay. There's also disability issues that I face. I haven't been employed for over 3 years. That's an intersectional issue that a lot of people here are also fighting for. Unemployment rates at the moment. It's just really difficult to be employed as well as be out and proud about who you are.
And going forward, what do you think Boris Johnson needs to do? Was that a lovely question? So what does Boris need to do to address all of the discrimination issues that you are suffering? And you've got half an hour.
Okay. First of all, fuck Boris Johnson, Fuck the Tory government.
And all I will say, sorry to all of those watching, because she said fuck Boris Johnson and fuck the Tories.
What Boris Johnson needs to do is, oh my God, fucking everything. Stop lying, first of all. He lies about statistics, he lies about the COVID rates, how it unfairly affects the disabled, the elderly, the unemployed. What could he do anything different from what he's already doing?
I can see that was a lovely question I posed to you, but thank you very much for giving StreetMic this opportunity, and I've no doubt I'll catch up with you later on today. But I'm now going to interview this lovely person next to you. Thank you.
Hi, honey. Have a fabulous day.
You too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hug.
So if you step forward, because I want good sound. Step forward. So, beautiful. So, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
If you look in the camera and chat. So, what's your name?
My name is JD.
So, JD, tell me more, firstly, about this sign you are carrying.
Well, all gay people are fabulous, and all gay people are criminalised all over the world. I don't know how many countries it is punishable by death at the moment, but, you know, our world needs to stop criminalising fabulous gay people, basically.
I'm going to ask you a very simple question.
Yes.
When I arrive here today, and I do a lot of protests, I like to interact and have a laugh and joke with people. And I can see you do as well.
I do.
Yeah. What is it about your character that people love?
Woo! That depends who you ask. My mother would say street angel, house devil, maybe. God rest her. What is it about my character? I think what people love about my character is my resilience, the fact that I'm always trying to learn something new, that I'm always expressing myself in creative, artistic new ways, and that I have a lot of love for people in my life.
I've interviewed a few people, excuse me, who've already said that they've suffered a lot of discrimination in society, in the workplace, as they go about their daily business. What type of issues do you suffer?
Well,
is that a good question?
No, that is a very good question. I'm a veteran gay, for a start, so I've seen the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the noughties, so different things have been more important at different times.
So you're young still?
So I'm young still. You know, I don't want to be over dramatic, but the greatest loss to me, to homophobia, to religious abuse, and to systemic discrimination is the loss of my family. You know, my brothers who are not in my life today, and the relationships that are robbed from us, of our parents who didn't know how to raise gay children. But, you know, I think it's very important to forgive. Forgiveness is very good for us and good for everybody else. So that's what I try to do.
If Boris Johnson was watching StreetMic, look into the camera and talk to him, what do you want to say to him?
I've already spoken to him today in another camera, and I called him a wanker.
So I didn't hear that.
I called him a wanker. You know what I want to say to Boris Johnson? Okay. You can't call people tank top bum boys and then say you're not homophobic. Boris, that's hypocrisy, and you know, that seems to be your nature. So you need to clean up your act if you want to lead this beautiful country.
Thank you. So that was nice and easy. Hi, babe. Let me get my.
Come join me for a photo, please. It's about us. It's about unity.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for being here.
Am I late? Am I too late?
Did you get your photograph?
How's it going? I've got a photo of you, mate.
I can see you down there. Hi, listen. No, you know what's going on there.
I think he might be videoing.
I'm here for gay, reclaiming gay rights.
Okay, video.
Oh, this is going to be a good day. So for all of you who are watching, good afternoon. My name is Wendell Daniel and welcome to StreetMic. And we're coming to you live and direct from the streets of London at the Reclaim Pride protests, which is going to be starting down here in Westminster very shortly. And the reason I'm here today is because those of you watching will know that I, over the last few weeks, few months, have been covering a lot of COVID issues. And there's a massive COVID protest taking place down at Trafalgar Square at the moment with the Icke family, so David Icke and his son. But I decided not to be down there today because I'm bored with COVID and I wanted to do something that's more fun. And I wanted to meet some more interesting people and I want to engage with them in interesting topics. But it is going to be a good day today. I'm hoping to be doing a marathon 8-hour live streaming session today. So as we go around the streets of London, we are going to be meeting a lot of interesting people like this person here. What's your name?
My name is Natalie.
So Natalie, why was you waving at StreetMic?
Waving at you?
Yes, me. Or was you waving at someone behind me?
No, darling, I was waving at you. You have a massive camera and you're interviewing people. It's so much fun to wave at cameras and you're spreading a good message, which we're very happy about.
So how important is it for you to stop and talk to someone who's got a massive camera?
I believe it's very important just because the people who come here today are the people who already believe in what we're talking about and believe in what we're fighting for, and that message needs to be spread even further. And through the advent of your camera, you have the power to spread that. And anything I can do to help that by waving at a camera and talking to you, I am more than willing to do.
So tell me more about yourself and the importance of you being here today.
My name is Natalie. I'm a transgender woman of color. The importance of me being here is that growing up in this country, knowing that I was trans for over a decade now, but not coming out until a few months ago, because I was just genuinely afraid to come out, not only to outwardly, but also to myself, just because of the environment that we live in and the society that we live in that doesn't make it acceptable to kids to feel like they're allowed to be themselves, they're allowed to come out. So I want to do what I can for the kids of the future and the next generation to feel like, yes, they can be who they are and they can come out with pride.
But tell me more. Educate me, because what I like to do is educate my viewers. What is it like to have to go through what you've been through over the last few years? You've described yourself as a black transgender woman. So what's that like?
Oh, first of all, I'm not black. I don't want to claim that identity. I'm a South Asian woman. That's all.
I apologize. Rewind.
It's been equally empowering and amazing and scary and terrifying, because growing up in this world, I go out every day, whatever I wear, I don't know if I'm going to come home that evening. I don't know if I'm going to end up in the hospital that evening, because transgender women around the world, especially trans women of color, are being murdered, are being attacked, are being killed, and are being harassed everywhere we go and everywhere we see. I could be the next target, I don't know. But it's just as important for me to be myself and to be openly and outwardly trans, so that the younger version of me, whoever they are out there, can look at me and see like, oh my God, I can do that. That can be me, because you can't be what you can't see. And so for me, showing myself in such an outwardly way, I hope that the next generation will see that and feel empowered.
What kind of issues do you suffer on a daily basis as you go about your business?
To be honest, I feel like growing up in East London, in Hackney, a queer area, I felt very lucky. So I've had very little harassment beyond some people shouting things at me or so it's not as much as other people have faced, which is, I feel very lucky in that sense. But beyond that, it's just sort of looks and stares and comments and questions, which of course I'm more than happy to educate. But I mean, I don't have to get dirty looks. Yeah. But
like I say to everyone, look in the camera.
Yeah.
Talk to Boris Johnson. What do you want to say to him?
I want to say to Boris Johnson that you are the leader of this amazing nation. You have a responsibility to every single person who lives in this wonderful, wonderful country. And every day that you don't do everything you can, you are failing every single citizen of the UK.
Thank you very much. So that was nice and easy, wasn't it? I've no doubt I'll catch up with you. So, yet again, I'll say for all of you who are watching, my name is Wendell Daniel, and welcome to StreetMic, and we're coming to you live and direct from the streets of London, and we're currently coming to you from Westminster, and I'm hopefully going to catch a few more interviews. So, can I interview you, sir? My name is Wendell Daniel from StreetMic. If you stand there, go around a bit. Don't be scared of StreetMic, everyone knows me. Yeah. So, come forward a little bit more. Come forward. That's it, beautiful. So, what's your names?
Eddie. My name is Henry.
So, Eddie and Henry, don't lean forward, just be yourself. So, tell me about being down here. Why are you here?
We're here to march and exercise the rights of LGBT people. To see that the people who are LGBT exist and they need rights in this country and everywhere in the part of the world.
Yeah, and to have fun. Yeah.
So, what kind of issues do both of you suffer on a daily basis as you go about your business?
Well, it's a lot because in some parts of the country, like where we come from, people like us are not accepted. Like gay people are not accepted, and that's a very big challenge. But people need to be open-minded and know that people who are like us exist, and we need freedom and rights like any other person. Yeah, but otherwise, at least in this country, you feel like there is a place of belonging because you get a chance to interact with other people like you, similar gay people, and it's really fun. Yeah, it's really fun.
Which country are you from, mind me asking, historically?
Yeah, I'm from Uganda, Africa.
Uganda.
And when you go back home, please explain what kind of difficulties do you suffer in comparison to this country? Because I'm assuming in this country, even though it's not brilliant, people are more acceptable. But I'm led to believe back home in Africa, they're still prehistoric. True or not?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's very true. People like us are not accepted at all in the society. It's illegal to live the way you want to live, to be of a different sexuality. You cannot come out from the closet, so you have to be in the closet and pretend like you're straight, but you're not. So you cannot be accepted because of your sexuality. So people see you as an outcast, and you're there as a loner with no people in the community to talk to, and it's really a difficult time. It's really something depressing.
So are you two a couple?
Could say, yeah.
I gotta ask the question.
Yeah, we're really good friends.
Yeah.
So tell me about when you met and what that was like. Tell me.
Well,
if I'm getting too personal, I talk to people. I try and educate people. So I ask questions, but you don't have to go into.
Well, we are best friends, but we both have different.
So friends with benefits?
Yeah, sort of, but we've been together for a very long time, since we were in primary school, high school, so we've been together for most of the time. We've been really best friends and
since
very close
kindergarten.
friends.
Seriously?
Yeah, since we were 5,
So when you getting married then?
Soon?
Don't know, maybe soon or something.
So you're going to be inviting StreetMic to your wedding?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Excellent stuff, and I can do a follow-up.
Of course.
Excellent stuff. But thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, and let me take a photograph. And what I want you to say is because I'm called StreetMic, do me a big up StreetMic.
Okay.
And look in the lenses.
Should we say big up StreetMic?
Big up StreetMic, yeah.
Looking in the lens?
Yeah.
Okay,
All
3,
right.
2, 1, go.
Together.
Big up StreetMic!
Yeah.
Excellent stuff. Thanks a lot, man. Yeah. Let me get a photograph. I need my photograph. Stand close. That photograph is important. Give me, man. Give me. Hey, hold on. Give me. I missed it. Do it again. Hold on. But look at me as you do it. Lovely. Thanks a lot. Brilliant.
An excellent rabble-rouser.
He's an excellent rabble-rouser. Are you not a rabble-rouser?
I am a bit.
So let's rabble rouse as I'm live streaming. What's your name?
I'm Becky. Thank you.
So, Becky, if you look into the camera, my name's Wendell Daniel from StreetMic. Are you enjoying yourself down here today?
Love a good protest, but you've got to keep it about the message.
And what is that message?
That LGBTQ human rights is still about what we have to have in this country and beyond.
So why do you think that those rights are not being respected and enforced as they should be?
Ooh.
Easy question, isn't it?
That is a huge question.
That's an easy question.
It's everything from HR departments not taking LGBTQ harassment seriously in the workplace, to the kind of societal message that's still a hangover from Maggie Thatcher's years, where it was, you know, not okay to be gay. We're still fighting that, you know, then 30 odd years later. There's a lot to break down with that question, of course.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that, but what do you hope to achieve from today in this massive protest?
Well, to start the conversation is the big thing. That's what protest generally does. It starts the conversation and it brings people into the movement.
Thank you very much.
Document, you know that I'm on the front in the video.
Say that again?
I need any my picture or video, can I help you?
Yeah, but contact me and I'll do it, yeah? Hold on.
Can you email?
Yeah, everything's on there. No problem. Sorry. Can I just get through there? Sorry.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Can I just get through there? Can I just get through there, please? Sorry.
This is what community looks like!
Hello, sorry. I'm just saying this on the part of the intersex community. We are sick of being operated on and using chemicals. Stop forcing us into boxes. Stop forcing us and demanding what we are and after us. Thank you.
Hiya.
Thank you very much, Gorgon. You're amazing. Like your balloon. Yeah, go for it. I'm not the police.
So for all of you watching, my name is Wendell Daniel and welcome to StreetMic, and today we are coming to you live and direct from the streets of London, and we are at the Reclaim Pride protest. Can I get a... When you finish, can I get an interview when you finish? Excellent. Are you finished? Excellent stuff. So, if you're looking there, so good afternoon, what's your name?
My name's Eid, E-I-D-E.
So tell me more about this lovely outfit you're wearing down here at the Reclaim Pride.
Well, I could say it was like my dead grandma's, but I got it in a charity shop. It's from the 60s, so I like thinking of the homophobe who's rolling in her grave. Sorry about it, I'm out here, you know.
So did you wear this down here today?
Did I what?
Did you wear this outfit all the way from home today?
Yeah, I did. Fucking gathering up my things, everyone's looking at me, I go, hey.
And what kind of response did you get from people on public transport?
Everyone's looking at me, I'm like, wow, I know I'm sexy, it's not a problem, you know, I'm just the coolest thing they've ever seen, what can I say?
You know something, it's great to see you, but tell me more about today's event and your placard, if you hold it up.
Not rainbow capitalism. All these brands trying to act like they're for the LGBT just to, like, lift themselves up, get more money from us. I'm completely over it. And I'm here because representing trans rights, because this new legislation, they're constantly fucking us over, and then the brands turn around and try to be like, oh my god, we love you guys, look, we made our logo with a rainbow. Guys, buy from us, please. And it's like, fucking hell, as if I wasn't saving money for like hormone therapy or something, you know. discrimination. I want to send this message to the government. I think we all do. Trans rights are not an appointment that you can put off to next week. You know, our identities are now. We're not going to be trans on your terms. You know, oh, you have to be out for 2 years and all this. You have to be on all these waiting lists. Like, no, my identity doesn't wait. I'm trans now, and I need the healthcare now. Okay, and I need acceptance in the world now because I'm here right now, and we're all here right now.
How old are you, mind me asking?
I'm 15.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no, I'm serious. I can show you my fucking...
Oh my God. So how comes at 15 you are so passionate about these issues and you're down here?
I've always been very opinionated, you know, like ever since I was a kid.
You're not, are you?
I've always been opinionated ever since I was a kid. I had all these opinions on politics, everything. But when I started finding my identity, literally the state of the world makes me so angry, and trans rights are where gay rights were 50 years ago, you know. And I've heard people say that. It's so true, because even my parents, you know, they're not homophobic or anything, but when it comes to trans people, they don't get it. So that's like an example in my own life. So that's why I'm down here. That's why I got all these opinions, because
What does your school friends and teachers think of?
They all dead name me constantly. They don't respect my pronouns. I made it so easy for them because my dead name's really similar to my current name. No one respects me. I lost all my friends over being trans. They all said, oh, you're doing it for attention. And it's like, why would I want to live like this for attention, you know? Because I've been subject to so much abuse, and oh, I'm just doing it to be quirky. I'm so crazy. So yeah, I got one friend, Perry, love you. I mean, she stood me up for this event. She was supposed to come, but they didn't, so you know what, I'll forgive you one day, but yeah.
Excellent. Let me take a photograph, that's brilliant. Yeah. Smile. Thank you.
If you can move around onto the lawns, thank you.
Brilliant, no, that's beautiful. No. No, that picture, that's going to be in the papers tomorrow. You
really?
Watch. You watch.
Oh wow.
You will be in
What
the papers.
paper?
No idea, but
somewhere. Yeah.
This jumps out.
Well spoken and passionate, and I really love that. Which pronoun do you use? He, him. He, him. Okay.
I've interviewed you before, haven't I? Yes. I don't remember where. Have I interviewed you before? I have somewhere. I've no doubt I'll interview you again today. I'll probably catch up with you later on, yeah? Right, thanks a lot. So I've now made my way to the head of the protest, if that's the right word to use, and the protest should be heading off very shortly, and it will be making its way down towards number 10 Downing Street. Then it will snake its way around London, and there are 1,000 people down here today, and they're all protesting for Reclaim Pride. So today they're protesting for Reclaim Pride. And what I do say is, if you like what you're seeing, give me the thumbs up, make your comments down below, share and follow. So if you like what you're seeing, give me the thumbs up, make your comments down below, share and follow, because this is what we do best. We go, can I interview you? Don't be scared of StreetMic. Don't be scared of StreetMic. I'm currently live streaming.
Okay.
Don't be scared.
Okay.
So if you look into the camera, step forward, step forward, step forward.
I'm on my own.
You're on your. Oh, you're on your. You wasn't just now. So come forward a bit. Come forward a bit. Come forward. So what's your name?
Kimberly.
So Kimberly, tell me more about this event and why you are here.
Why I'm here. Yeah. So I'm here. Well, it's Reclaim Pride. I think I'm here because we need to reclaim it. I think Pride, London Pride, as one would expect, it's obviously not going ahead. It's capitalism at its best, you know, and we as queer people have to pay for the joy of our own liberation, and that's wrong. So we're here to reclaim it. We shouldn't have to pay to be liberated. We should be able to have a voice without all the corporates, without the sponsorship, and without, you know, being told through a cishet lens how we should enjoy our own liberation.
Are you looking forward to the hours ahead?
I'm looking forward to the hours ahead. I'm looking forward to the progress ahead. I'm looking forward to the queer joy ahead. I'm looking forward to all of it.
So just imagine, yeah, Boris is watching this in Chequers. Talk to him. What do you want to say?
Oh, I don't know if I can say. I don't know if I can
say it, but don't swear. I try to set high standards. Don't swear. You can say what you want.
Boris, please stop being a massive hypocrite and a liar. Please start thinking about marginalised people. And when I say thinking, I mean just try and find some empathy from somewhere. Just please do way better. And that's the toned down version of what I'd like to say to Boris.
So that's the toned down version. What is the real version? You have 1 minute.
But I'm not allowed to swear.
What is the real version? And you have 1 minute.
Okay, Boris Johnson, we live in a society that is underpinned by white supremacy and the patriarchy, and you're racist and you're homophobic and you're sexist and you're misogynistic, and it has to fucking stop because so many people are dying, literally dying, because of white supremacy, and you are underpinning it, you are complicit in it, and yeah, like, you need to go.
Thank you very much. See, that was nice and easy, wasn't it? So for all of you who are watching, my name is Wendell Daniel, and you've just heard a young lady speak to Boris Johnson, and you heard the words he used. And that's the great thing about being able to go onto the streets of London, which I do. I never know what I'm going to do, and I do meet a lot of interesting people, and I have an engaging conversation with them about any topic, but normally I try and set very high standards, and I don't want people to swear on StreetMic, but sometimes I must allow people to say what they want to say. However, I will apologise to any of you who were offended by the swears, but that is what we do best. And don't forget, I'm currently live streaming on YouTube, so I'm currently live streaming on YouTube on StreetMic live stream. So if you like YouTube, you can watch this there. It's a new YouTube channel. It only started a couple of weeks ago. We got something like 240 odd followers. I hope to have 10 times that amount within a couple of months. But if you do want to watch this on YouTube, you must always switch on the notification bell, because that is so important. Switch on your notification bell on StreetMic live stream on YouTube, so that every time we go live, you will be informed. And that is also the same with Facebook. So if you want to watch this on Facebook, make sure you switch on your notification bell, and when we go live, you will be informed. We can also be found on Instagram. I'm not really an Instagram person. They're only for 1 minute clips. I don't really do 1 minute clips, but I have to, so I do put stuff on there. And you probably see the best clip from today on Instagram sometime tomorrow. I'm also on Vimeo, private network, Vimeo. So if you want to follow StreetMic, you can do so on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and on Vimeo. And what we do best, we go onto the streets of London, we meet interesting people, and we have an engaging conversation with them about any topic. And normally I would be out on the streets of London doing so many different things, covering so many different protests. Just down the road, we've got the COVID protests with the David Icke and his son, and Piers Corbyn down at Trafalgar Square. Normally I will be with Piers, those of you who know me, but I've decided not to do that today because sometimes you get bored with doing the same thing. So I got bored doing the COVID lockdown, anti-lockdown, anti-mask protest, and I felt it was important to be out here today supporting the cause and supporting the LGBT community. And very soon we will be leaving here and we will be making our way towards number 10 Downing Street. I believe this protest is meant to be moving off from about 1:45. It initially started at 1 o'clock. So people started to arrive here at 1 o'clock. And what I'm trying to do differently today, I'm going to be hopefully doing an 8-hour live stream. So I might do an 8-hour live stream today, and that's going to take a lot of energy and a lot of hard work. But I'm here for the long haul, hopefully. I may get bored and call it a day, but I won't be engaging in the crowds as much because that introduces a lot of problems, but I will do my usual thing. StreetMic has already interviewed Peter Tatchell, who's the leading light in this area. I got the chance to interview him about half an hour ago. And, you know, that was a privilege to interview Peter because he's been fighting discrimination and all kind of different issues for the community, LGBTQ community over the last few years. But he says he's been fighting for 50 years. And I thought it was actually only a couple of centuries.
Great. Can you go around? Be careful. Yeah. You get run over. Yeah. Thank you.
I thought he was going to carry on singing for
StreetMic.
We are,
but we're going around and we're going back up and then we're coming down.
And you're going to sing specifically for me because I'm live streaming.
Okay.
Come on. Come on, Street.
Stop. Stop.
I'm live streaming.
Let's go. Same song.
So we're now going to get something live and direct.
Right, this is where we are, the Food for All band, and what we usually do is we feed 5,000 people every single day, 6 days a week, unfunded. But also, we like to brighten up people's day, we like to lift vibration, and we've got a little something for you now. Hit it.
So this is for StreetMic.
This is by Pink Floyd. We are the Food for All band. All in all, let's get started. I'm in the world. Yeah. Thank you and good night.
Big up StreetMic. So they've just sung this for StreetMic. And how great is it to be down here on the streets of London where bands are singing for StreetMic, and they did so right next to a police car. So there's a police car, and just behind it where you can see that white building with a flag on top, that is the highest court in the land other than the Westminster. That is the Supreme Court. That's where the biggest laws are made, other than in Parliament, of course. So we are coming to you live and direct from the streets. And it is so great down here. Let's go more amongst the crowd and catch some more interviews. How about StreetMic interview? Excellent stuff. Let me give you a card. So you ready? So if you look in the camera, I'm live streaming. So good afternoon. What's your name?
Anemia.
So tell me about this lovely outfit you're wearing down here today.
Well, I am a drag queen, and I wanted to come here, see this amazing event, support these lovely people, and here I am.
Tell me about the outfit and how long would it take you to do your hair? Because to do mine, it takes me only a few seconds. How long does it take yours?
Well, this wig has had it. It needs to be restyled. And the makeup was about 2 hours. It needs to be restyled now, redone. But, yeah, a few hours, if you want a good face.
So you said you're a drag queen. Tell me what it is. What is it like to be a drag queen?
Complete change of personality. When I'm in drag, I almost take on a completely... It's like a persona, you change completely. It's how you deal with people. I'm far more engaging. So, yeah.
And do you enjoy it?
Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I wish I'd done it 20 years ago.
Oh, so you've only just started?
Well, I've been doing it a couple of years. I just wish I had done this a long...
You don't look old enough, but what kind of response do you get from people when you've transformed yourself?
Most of the time, wonderful. I have yet to have any bad, negative experiences. Be it on the train, on the tube, public transport, absolutely fine.
And tell me about the event here today, the Reclaim event. How important was it for you to be here?
I am slightly suspicious of Pride now, simply because of the corporate look, the pound sign. I just think it needs to be more than that. I think it needs to be a lot more.
So look in the camera and tell whoever's watching why you think it needs to be different.
I just think it needs to be less corporate. I think it needs to be more personal, more people-based. Not about the pound sign. Not everything has to be about the pound sign.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Let me just take a photograph, another one. Okay. And a lovely smile. See, that was nice and easy, wasn't it?
I don't know what to say.
That's the way I like it, man. I don't want to tell you what to say, but thanks a lot, yeah? Thanks a lot, yeah. Excellent. Thanks a lot. So, that's a drag queen we've just interviewed, and being down here today, it is so different to be out on the streets, and I'm really going to meet a lot of people in the 8 hours I'll be down here live streaming today. And we may, if I get bored, I'll go down to Trafalgar Square and I'll get the Ikes, but I don't intend to do so today. Today is going to be lots of fun, and let's start engaging, because it looks like the protest is now kicking off, and I believe they will be walking down towards number 10 Downing Street, and StreetMic will be live. So here's the protest just starting off, and it's going to be snaking its way around London. I believe the first stop will be down by outside of number 10 Downing Street, and I'll have a few words to say to Boris. But we're now setting off around the streets of London, and this is the Reclaim Pride protest. And for those of you who are watching, my name is Wendell Daniel, and we are StreetMic coming to you live and direct from the streets. For me, it's so amazing to be on the streets covering such events, because I feel privileged to be able to do these, because I'm just giving you a feel of exactly what happens. So when they start off, all the world's media, they want to take the photographs, they want to capture the images that will be front page news and throughout all of your medias, all of your newspapers tomorrow, and all the photographers are doing what they have to, and we've got live streamers down here, we've got filmmakers, there's all kind of different people down here wanting to capture a bit. And at the front there we've got Peter Tatchell, and fortunately I've already interviewed Peter, and there he is at the start. So there's Peter Tatchell. And just like when I spoke with Peter earlier on, I asked him what was it like for him to be on the streets, because it seems like he's been campaigning for centuries, but he says he's been doing it for about 50 years. Hey, what's happening, Geezer? You all right, man? Not too bad. I see all the rebels are out today. All the rebels. Yeah. I can see it down the other window.
Oh, fuck that, man.
Oh, I got bored of that.
I was sick of them trying to actually kill me. And I was like,
hey?
Nah, they've been going after the lot of us.
Yeah.
There's something that I actually enjoy.
Joy, yeah.
Something where I might get hit by a ball.
It's not mine, but someone's got mine.
So we're now walking along the streets of London, and this is what it is like to be in a protest. For those of you who have never experienced the realities, and what you've got is stewards, and what their role is to make sure we don't get run over. So they're being directed in regards to what their role is.
Just need to look out for bicycles is the thing. So yeah, it's safer if we fill the whole road. Don't let anything through.
So like they've been told they need to fill the whole road and make sure that. So there's Peter Tatchell, and like I spoke to him earlier on, and I said it seems like he's been campaigning for centuries, and he will campaign until all discrimination has been eradicated.
We're going left. We're going left. Watch out. Can you move?
Bit more space, guys. Bit more space.
Camera guys,
So we're now going to be heading our way towards number 10 Downing Street. Oh, you got a Good spot up there, girl. So as we walk around, we may fade out and fade back in. That's one of the downsides when you're moving around. The signal becomes unstable. So I'm now in the crowd. Sir, Wendell Daniel from StreetMic, what's it like for you to be out here today?
You know, this is everything for us. You know, it's a gay, lesbian, and transgender pride. It's for everything for us. We fight for LGBTQ plus people, and definitely, you know, that we're gonna win. And
excellent.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Viewers, can you try and keep them inside, please? Cycle lane.
So this is the sheer number of people who are out here today on the streets of London campaigning for something they believe in.
Thank you. Try and move over, please. Try and keep it safe.
Can you keep out the road?
I now have to get in front of the crowd because in a minute we'll be in front of Downing Street and I want to be at the front. Yeah, just there. I was there yesterday.
Free trans men from women's prison. Free trans women from men's prison. Abolish the Gender Act.
So we're now outside of number 10 Downing Street.
Traffic lights, okay? You're speaking to it.
Hold it up, hold it up, hold it up, hold it up. Watch out, Doug.
Time to give a message to Boris Johnson. Stop stalling on LGBT plus rights. Let's hear it from you. Stop. Let's hear this 3 times. Stop stalling on
Pride! Again! One more time! One last time, but really loud this time! And let's give a specific example. Ban conversion therapy now! Say it 3 times! Ban conversion therapy now! Ban conversion therapy now! Ban conversion therapy now! And then one more call out for Reform the Gender Recognition Act 3 times! Reform the Gender Recognition Act! Reform the Gender Recognition Act! Reform the Gender Recognition Act! Thank you! We are going to move forward again. We are reclaiming pride. Let's move! Come on then, move! Let's move! Let's move!
Prisoners.
So this is the protest now making its way past number 10 Downing Street, and
Enough is enough. We want our freedom.
Let me get a photograph, sir. Thank you.
It's all right. How's it going? Good?
We're now coming up to Trafalgar Square, where David Icke, Piers Corbyn and others are also protesting. So there are thousands and thousands of people on the streets of London today. So we're 100 feet away from Trafalgar Square and Nelson's Column, where another big protest is taking place. And this is an indication of the sheer number of people who are down here today. And thank you, Craig. So we've now made our way to Trafalgar Square, where Piers Corbyn, David Icke and others are on the other side doing their anti-COVID lockdown protest. But this is the Reclaim Pride protest, and it's now going past Trafalgar Square. Excuse me, I'm live streaming. What do you think about what you're seeing?
I think it's amazing.
What's amazing about today?
People finally standing up for what should be equal. Equality is not a credit, it should just be straight up, everything, love it.
Have you been to the protest?
Well, we went and saw it, but like, we're just here for this, really.
Yeah, so you don't want to watch the anti-COVID lockdown and David Icke and Piers Corbyn protest?
I'm just doing it. I'm not going too into that.
Excellent stuff. Thanks a lot, yeah. Let me give you a card.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Have a good day.
You too. So here's the police. They're coming through, but I don't believe they're coming to this one. They've just had their McDonald's, and now they're making their way towards the other protest in Trafalgar Square. So this is what it's like to be on the streets of London. There's always protests going on in London. This is the place to be. Excuse me, Wendell Daniel from StreetMic. Are you enjoying it down here today?
Yes, I'm very much enjoying down street today.
What's good about today?
What's good about today is like, for me, my name is Betty Nachigude from Uganda, a lesbian. So I'm very happy for the day today that's happening.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask you a dodgy question. What's it like being a lesbian from Uganda? Because there's lots of discrimination in your country.
It's because I'm being free in this country by Uganda. There's nothing like this that I can be free.
Excellent, thank you very much. So that's nice and easy, isn't it? So, what do you want to say?
Jesus is king.
So what would Jesus be saying about today's protests here and also over at Trafalgar Square?
Everyone. He loves everyone. He's coming back and he loves everyone.
Excellent, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So we're now in the heart of the protest, and there's literally 2 protests going on at once. Let's see the drummers. This is what it's like in London. I believe this is a separate protest just going by, and this is a Reclaim Pride protest, and over on the other side there's an anti-lockdown protest. So this is 3 protests meeting each other here in Trafalgar Square. How about an interview? So tell me more about Protect Trans Youth.
I think it's really important to make sure that trans kids are being heard and protected, because they can be in a lot of danger, and especially in school and stuff, and from parents and stuff. So I think it's really important to make them heard and to protect them. Yeah.
Thank you. Let me do your card. It's on live streaming. Thanks, sir. You know I'm going to interview you.
Are you?
Yes.
All right.
So, sir, I just noticed that dog collar. So why was it important for you to be here?
I belong to the Metropolitan Community Church of North London, and we are a social justice church. We have a great work with asylum seekers, and we believe that Pride is something that was a protest and not how it's been commercialised.
Excellent stuff. Thanks a lot. Let me do your card. It's on live streaming.
Thank you.
So here's all the cyclists doing their wheelies. So here's all the cyclists doing their wheelies. This is what it's like on the streets of London. You never know what you're going to see. You never know. Even even he's doing a wheelie. Wow. So now I'm going to catch back up with the Pride rally. March. Testing. I'm just catching up with the crowds. So I'm just catching up with the crowds. There they are. I've nearly caught up with them. What is likely to happen as I walk around, we may fade in and fade out, but we will be back. I'm just 100 yards behind the crowd. I'm now catching them up. Testing. Thank you, Craig. I should get you to
I'm
carry
watching
it.
you down there and I'm like, look at this bag.
Well, I've got to carry it with all the different stuff.
Yeah. Are you heavy today?
Huh?
Do you want to hold that for 5 minutes? Give me 5 minutes.
Plus this as well. Oh, but think about viewers.
Sorry.
I'm streaming. Oh, I said difficult is.
Can I go in?
Yeah, go on. I'll leave you to it. You're going to be a live streamer. Well, that's why I'm nearly 60.
I'm pretty strong. I'm no...
Oi. Yeah.
You done any interviews?
I don't know. Let me catch you on
Get
here.
to work, don't you?
Excuse me, Wendell Dennison. Don't be scared. How about an interview, sir? Everyone is scared. Why are you scared, Mum? So what? Tell me what you're thinking about the greatness you're seeing down here.
It's so emotional to see these people. I mean, they don't have liberty to do whatever they want to do. It's really sad.
And where are you from?
We live in London.
And you've never seen something so great before?
I have, but it's amazing to see this, and I hope they get what they're asking for.
Thanks a lot. I do this every day, man. I love it.
I say hey! Ho! Homophobia has got to go! I say hey! Ho! Transphobia has got to go! I say hey! Ho! Homophobia has got to go! I say hey! Ho! All the Tories have
to go. Is that hey? Oh! All the Tories have to go. What do we want? When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Liberation! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Liberation! When do we want it? Now! Fight the power, smash the system. All we need is socialism. Fight the power, smash the system. We're under attack and we won't rest. That's why Pride is a protest. We're under attack and we won't rest. That's why Pride is a protest. We're under attack and we won't rest. That's why Pride. We're under attack and we won't rest. That's why Pride. We're under attack and we won't rest. That's why Pride. We're under attack and we won't rest. That's why Pride. We're under attack and we won't rest.
It's a protest! Sorry.
There's a few stragglers. There's a few stragglers. Sir, I'm live streaming.
I'm not doing that.
You want to talk?
Nah.
What do you think about what you're seeing?
Just a different world, mate.
Huh?
Just a different
Is
world.
it good or is it bad to see what you're seeing?
Just let them get on with it. Just let them get on with what they
So you're happy?
I'm happy if they're happy.
We're happy if they're happy.
Excellent. Thanks a lot. See you. I'm streaming.
Oh, are you? How are they allowed to do what they got to do then?
There's rules.
Oh, is
You
there?
tell the police do what you want. So I'm now going to shut down now and catch up with the front of the crowd. So we're now going off air and we'll come back later on. Goodbye.